Yo, what's good, man? It's Modi, and today I'm going to be speaking about photography, more specifically how it informs the art I create. Quick lore: I got into photography in the fall of 2021. My first camera was a Canon AE1 program, a film camera from the 1970s. I bought it for an intro to black white photography class. Big shout out to Hideki, phenomenal professor. Before that, I mainly took photos on my phone. But since then, I've been fortunate enough to upgrade to a Nikon Z6 a few months ago. But honestly, no matter what the camera is, they all help me gather reference material and just observe the world differently, And since 2021, like I've taken at least 45,000 photos. And speaking of references, that's one of the main ways of photography informs my art. Last year, one of my bigger goals was to, really improve in how I place characters and environments. So I spent a lot of time outside just studying textures, compositions, buildings, lighting, people, and along with how people interact with space. And you can see that in a piece like this one. It's a reference photo that I took back in 2020 or 2021. I forgot the exact time, but it was the spring or the summer. And this bridge here is located near Casual and Harper on Detroit's east side. During the pandemic, it became a place where I visited often, and honestly, despite how it looked, it was really peaceful for me. And I would just like sit on the ledge for hours and like just watch the cars go by. For me, it became a mini sanctuary in a sense, a place to get away from all of the bullshit for a while, and because that space meant so much to me, between 2019 to 2023, I, wanted to pay homage to that space and just try to incorporate it into my art and like have my characters inhabit that environment. Modi, Emma, Theodore, and Noel. And moving on from that, I was also very fortunate enough to spend time in Japan last summer, like for a month. During that trip, I took around 5,000 photos, and I was mainly focusing on, compositions through people, shrines, museums, nature, along with city life. And honestly, being isolated in a foreign country for that long, it really sharpened my observational skills, especially due to the language barrier. I cannot speak a lick of Japanese. I really had to slow down and, play and pay closer attention to the world around me visually. And that resulted in, pieces like this, pieces like Eden 1111 in Tokyo, in which the original reference photo was taken at the National Museum of Western Art in Tokyo. Side note, phenomenal museum. Please go there if you have the chance to. And even with a work like this, Eden 111 at Henry's, and this began developing after I visited the Henry Ford Museum last spring. And I also have a small trilogy of pieces, and they really focus on photographs that I've taken in my room and whatnot, and like it has my crystals in the foreground, just dominating the space in a sense, and like have aspects of my daily life, my everyday life in the background. And honestly, at this point, I would say that a photography has become deeply connected with how I experience and create art. It really helps me document moments, understand environments, and build worlds inside of Eden. But yeah, man, for the video, that's pretty much it. I really hope y'all enjoyed, man, and be smooth, and God bless.